Hey everyone, welcome back. It's that time of year again. The leaves are changing, the weather's getting colder, and it's finally sweatshirt season. That can mean one thing and one thing only in the culinary world. It's time for chili. So today I'd like to start with an amazing vegetarian option that I have for chili. Now this can be easily made vegan by just skipping the cheese that's added in the preparation at the end, or finding a vegetarian or vegan friendly cheese alternative. But personally, I'm not quite there yet. So the recipe ingredients will also be listed below in the description, but here's what we're working with. Okay, so we're going to have a number of ingredients to work with today. We're going to start with our one large yellow onion, that'll be diced, one red bell pepper, also diced, and 2 jalapeno peppers, diced. Then we'll have 5 cloves of garlic, minced, 1 pound of Impossible plant-based beef, and again, this can be substituted if you're looking to use meat with beef, venison, or any meat of your choice, really. Next, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon each of chili powder and ancho chili powder, 2 tablespoons of my favorite, smoked paprika. It's great on anything. 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ground black peppercorn, and ½ teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 1/4 cups of veggie broth, and again, mushroom broth would work well for this recipe, or if you're looking for a meat-based recipe, a beef base would probably work well. Next, we have 1 15-ounce can of kidney beans, rinsed, and 1 15-ounce can of black beans, also rinsed. And then we have our fire-roasted tomatoes, as well as our diced green chilies, 1 can each. And 1/4 cup of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And lastly will be the additional toppings after it's ready. Just some examples of sour cream, cheese, onion, and then I also prefer a little bit of hot sauce on mine as well.
Here we go!
All right, so the first thing we want to do is heat our pot up with a couple of teaspoons, or tablespoons rather, of olive oil. Make sure that we get it nice and warm. Once it's heated, we're going to add in our onions and peppers. I'm just going to mix those into the oil, and we're going to cook them for about 3 to 5 minutes, just until they caramelize a bit. Okay, so these peppers and onions are starting to look really nice. Next, we're going to add in our garlic. And we're just going to stir that in Probably cook for about 30 seconds or so, just to really get that fragrance going and mix in with the garlic and the peppers, or the onions and the peppers. So we'll give that about 30 seconds or so just to mix in really well. All right, the garlic is good. It's starting to smell really nice. Next, we're gonna add in our Impossible meat. And again, this can be substituted with meat of your choice if you're not going the vegetarian route. You can choose beef, pork, venison, anything like that. I really just wanna crumble it up, get it broken up real nice. Looking to get a good browning across. So once we've added our meat and let it cook for a little bit, we want to wait till it's about halfway browned, and then we're going to add in our brown sugar and all of our spices. I want to stir everything together really well to really disperse all of that flavor. Smelling great. You can really see that color taking hold from all of the spices here. Now we'll go ahead and add the remaining ingredients, starting with the veggie broth. Again, if you're making a meat-based chili, you can use a beef broth, or another alternative for the vegetarian or vegan option is a mushroom broth, which is also really good. But then we'll add in our beans. And then our tomatoes. Our tomato paste. Our green chilies. And lastly, our Worcestershire sauce. We're just going to mix very well to get all the ingredients marinating together here. And once mixed, we're going to go ahead and allow this to simmer. So turn down the heat a bit to a simmer and let it rest for about 30 minutes to cook through.
A few moments later.
All right, so it's been 30 minutes, and I have to admit, this is really smelling really good. I'm ready to dig in. So now it's time to dish it out, and we can kind of add our favorite toppings. My go-tos are normally, I know there's plenty of onion in the recipe, but I like a little fresh onion on top. Some sour cream. Of course, some shredded cheese. Again, for vegetarian or vegan recipes, definitely find some cheese substitutes. And although standard sriracha is hard to come by these days, I have found that Tabasco brand is a very good substitute. It's got a nice tangy flavor. So I'll add some of that as well. So that's it. Time to dig in. So there we have it. Now you too can make this amazing vegetarian chili recipe for your next family gathering, work outing, or potluck, or even if you just want to make it for yourself. You can easily multiply this batch by simply multiplying the ingredients as needed. It does freeze very well, so you can always freeze some and save it for later. Again, the full list of ingredients and recipe is in the description. So thanks again for watching.